Hi everybody. Okay, no, you can't see me. You can only see my hands. It is Marion, Mama Cheesecake here. And I did a Facebook and Instagram live, and I did some what I call a quick start for croissants. They are amazing. And the only difference between doing a regular croissant and doing the croissant that I did, I found this amazing recipe and I followed it, made a couple little changes, but not anything major. And I used one from a gal, and her site is called bakingmoment.com. What I liked about it is this is leftover dough. And normally this would have been inside, wrapped up in my refrigerator, and that's where it was. I just pulled it off. But when I looked at the video and I was getting ready to load it, I noticed that you couldn't see how I did it. And I was typing out the recipe, and I thought, gosh, if that was me, I wouldn't know what the heck I meant. So when it comes out, in the recipe, it does say that once you take it out of the freezer after you've laminated it, and lamination is when you take dough, you would roll it out, you would take a piece of butter, big chunk of butter, and you would put it in there, and then you roll it into it, and then you wait, and then you put it back in, bring it back out. This way, we cut the pieces of butter and actually added it to the dry mixture, and then we added milk. You could watch that on the first video, so I'm going to call it video number 1. So this is a leftover. This is after lamination has been done, so this has the butter in it, and it's already getting soft. You want to roll it out to a rectangle. So what I'm doing here is simply that. When you're doing yours, it's going to instruct you to take the full piece that you have, and you're going to actually, let me get some more flour on here. Hopefully you guys notice I did dust my countertop here. You're going to take the finished product of the dough and you're going to cut it in half, just so that it'll be easier for you to roll. And you're going to roll it out to a rectangle shape, and you're going to try, once you get it out, you're going to straighten out your edges. Just as an FYI, a pizza cutter works marvelous. See, this is already getting too soft. If your dough gets too soft, take it and put it in the refrigerator, but I just want to hurry up and do this. Pizza cutter works well, but my pizza cutter doesn't work. No running out to the store to go buy one, and I'm waiting for one to come in from Amazon, actually. There's my... Okay, so once you have a pretty even, you're going to measure out by 5 inches. So this is my kitchen ruler. It's only used in the kitchen. You would count 5 inches and you would cut that down. So this is my 5 inches here, and then this would be an additional 10 inches, but we're just going to deal with that one. So I'm going to just move this one out of the way. Put that up there. I'm going to use this again. Now, you would normally have a very straight edge. You would take your knife and you're going to just cut this diagonally, so you have 2 pieces now. Again, if the dough is nice and cold, it's going to cut really easy. If it's not, it's going to do kind of what this one is doing. But for the sake of time, I just want to get this done so that you all have something to look at. This is for rolling out your croissant. So now you have these 2 little pieces. I like to, little mountains, they're triangles, they're all sorts of different shapes, right? You're going to have one long edge, and then you have this other side with the point. I like my point to be stretched out a little bit, so I'm going to pull it. You don't have to. Again, there's my long edge. Here's my point. Now here's a great little tip. Take it, find your point, and you're just going to do like a 1/2 inch cut. And I'll explain why. Let me just get that. And then you're going to spread that out. The reason why you do that is so that it bakes in the inside really well. There's nothing worse than biting into a croissant that you believe is all done, only to find out it's still raw in the center. So then you're going to roll this up. And once you do several of these, it starts to be really easy. You're going to roll it to the point is underneath. And then you're going to turn the ends, my end, and you're just going to pinch it, just slightly, because it's going to come apart in the baking process. Again, and this is the time you would add something. So if you had some chocolate, this would be a great place. You put the chocolate here, pan chocolat, right? And delicious. And I'll show you one in just a second. You could also put, I think, white cheddar with chives would be amazing in here. You could just put that right in there. You could also do an almond paste, put an almond paste. You could do whatever you want inside of here. Me, I want to do one with cheesecake in there. I'm going to make my batter a little bit thicker than normal so it could sit right in there, and I'll have mama cheesecake in my croissants. How amazing would that be? Roll it up. Get that point underneath. Turn. And pinch it. It's going to come apart when it's there. And then at this point, you would take your egg wash and you would put the egg wash on it so that you'll get a nice brown topping. Just to let you know, if you do the pan chocolat, then you would not actually, you're not supposed to put that, it's supposed to be straight edges. But I did it, and I didn't realize that it wasn't supposed to be straight edges. Folks, this is what they look like afterwards. So this isn't a real pretty plate there. But look at that. Isn't that cute? Look at, it's so good, and it's so flaky. It's not even funny how flaky it is. This was actually rated a 10. I just love it. We all do. I'm separating them into bags for Easter and giving them to my kids. We're going to do a little swap later today. But they're older. They're going to stop by. We're going to do the 6-foot distancing, of course. So I'm so excited. Again, these are the cute little, they're going to be little baby ones, but they're going to rise. So you would take these, put them on the tray with parchment paper, put plastic over it, and then put a dish towel over that. Let it rise for 2 hours, and they are going to be so beautiful. This was probably this size. Look at the difference there. These are going to rise so beautifully. They're going to be gorgeous and buttery and so tasty. Just so that you could see, I think this one, I just took this out also. You can't see, there's a little piece of butter right there. Can you all see that? It'll look so much better. Again, these were my leftover. I wanted to make sure I gave you an idea of exactly how to roll it out. I have only one camera. I don't have two. So this is the way I'll probably have to do things. Or in the future, maybe I'll just put myself in there in the beginning, and then I'll turn the camera down to the counter so that you could see all the work going on, because this is where the magic is. The magic is right here, and it's so amazing. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed that. Hope you got a good lesson on rolling them out. Again, a rolling pin. If you don't have a rolling pin, use whatever you can. A bottle of wine works great. Filled, it works really well because it'll give you what you need instead of an empty one. I would say a coffee mug, except it's got that side. You could just roll it this way, back and forth. It'd be a little bit harder. Hopefully you all have a rolling pin, or you have a wine bottle, a beer bottle. Either of those would work also. And you're just going to roll it out. Make sure you dust your rolling pin and roll it out. This is going to go back inside my refrigerator. And I'm going to put these in here also, because actually these are the leftovers, and I'm going to make chicken pot pie with it. Yes, folks, I am. as soon as my order comes in with my peas and carrots. And I've got potatoes already. I'm going to cut up my chicken, cut up the carrots and the potatoes, drop the peas in there, make a nice little sauce, and put this on top. How delicious would that be? I might show you guys when I do it. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great one. Enjoy your weekend and happy Easter. Passover, I think, just happened. So anyway, thank you guys. Have a good one. Bye.